Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shape me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never enough.
We'd hook up in my car, drive it so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, orbit when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song. Dance all night long till the lights come on.
Late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
Late now, I remember everything and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. How careless we could be.
It's too late now, I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic, all natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education, so I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated, but that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated, but she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She's got a body like a coke thing, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. I heard you look good when you're undressed, I heard you like to get away, I heard you like to stay out late, I heard you had a couple boyfriends, I heard they didn't treat you right, I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold, where she came from nobody really knows.
acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She's got a body like a coffin. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coffin. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds. Talking out loud so proud, you better shut your goddamn mouths before I do more speak out. It's about to hit.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody, and hello, John.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
I'm okay, and I hope everybody live in our chat, or if you're watching back, are very, very well indeed. How are you?
Are you in focus?
Hold on a second. Let me do something.
Just think you
Tell me
looked
if
a
this is
little
better.
bit fuzzy, a little bit country.
I'm a little bit country. There?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Now, before we get into the show,
5 by 5. Welcome
I've
to the
promised
express
Amy-
elevator to hell.
I've promised Amy and I've promised Vaughan that whilst we chat in this opening segment, I'll try and solve this.
Okay.
So, anyway, let's talk about the air traffic control, shall we, John?
Chaz was in the thumbnail.
Chaz was in the thumbnail, yeah. Chaz was in the thumbnail.
Right, what
By the
about-
way, I can't do
You can't walk and
do
talk.
this like a speed cuber. No, I can walk and talk. I just can't do this like a speed cuber.
You can't.
But they've got a weird way of doing it where they solve like 2 pieces at a time. I can't do that. I can do it 1 piece at a time.
A speed cuber.
Yeah, you should look that up if you don't know what that is.
Yeah, you know what, mate? I have no interest in Rubik's Cube. I don't understand people that do. I can't see
like
the
doing it,
purpose.
I'll tell you the purpose. It focuses your mind. It's puzzle solving. It
Focuses
lets
your
you-
mind on what?
Well, it focuses your mind on being able to solve a puzzle and the easiest and quickest way to solve that puzzle. Right.
Oh.
Shalini says she used to cheat. Yeah, I got this for my birthday from my wife.
You can take
I've
them
already
apart.
solved one side of it. Right? I've already solved one side of it, as you can see.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's already done. So, but
Yeah, but when you move it, does that side not get unsolved?
just wait. I'll sort it out. Don't you worry about that, John. But yeah, air traffic control.
You better keep that in sight at all times, or people will just say you switched it.
Yeah, I know. Air traffic control ended up absolutely screwed today, didn't it, John?
Yes, apparently. I don't know
What
what happened. Do you?
It was a bit of a glitch.
A
I think. A
glitch.
glitch in the system. I don't know what the glitch was,
It
but
was-
it ended up grounding over 500 planes.
What did that play?
Kind of.
Hold.
It went and then stopped.
Oh, those Russians.
Do you think it
Yeah,
was
now
those
solved.
pesky Russians?
Now solved 2 layers of it, John.
So okay, don't look so worried.
I'm feeling quite worried. I'm getting a bit of performance anxiety here, John.
That's what Chrissy said the other night.
I know. I say it to her quite often. I'm like, dear, I'm getting a bit of performance anxiety here.
You don't need to pull the stickers off. You can take the whole thing apart quite easily.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah.
No, you can, because it just all pops out, and then you can pop it all back in the right way around. I've done it
So check this
before.
out, right? All of my corners are in the wrong place. All of them.
Okay.
They're all in the
Oh,
wrong place.
They're not. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
So I've got they're completely in the wrong spots. So we've got
Yeah.
to swap them around.
Okay. Is that not part of the solving it anyway?
Yeah, but then I've got to find one that's in the right spot. There
I'm
it is.
sorry, people. I know this is terrible viewing, but
It's not terrible viewing.
what can you do?
This is fantastic viewing. This is fantastic viewing. It makes for the best viewing.
So tonight
Mhm.
we are coming to you on a newly installed OBS, and
Newly
we're
installed.
not streaming to Rumble tonight, just as a test. But I did a nearly 2-hour live stream on Sunday, and some of you people did jump in. I said hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, nearly 2-hour live stream and no issues at all. So we'll see how this one goes tonight. I'm pleased to report though, Ben, the CPU is sitting at 4.6%.
Oh, fantastic.
4.6.
That's nice and smooth and
Yeah.
and it should be wonderful sailing.
And that
really.
that live stream I did yesterday was encoded in 4K.
Oh. Go in I'm streaming
Where's
at 144p.
Where's the?
Why?
Have you done it? Have it finished?
Oh, I finished ages ago.
Did I miss it?
You missed it.
Oh, I'll have to watch it back and make sure you didn't switch it.
Yeah, do you want me to do it again, John?
No, no, please
You
don't.
sure?
Yeah, perfectly sure.
I finished it ages ago.
Well done.
But I'll tell you, there are people. There's another way to solve it. I only know how to solve it by moving 1 piece at a time, right? But there's another way to solve it where you move 2 pieces at a time. And these speed cubers, and it is a sport. These speed cubers, they just go.
Whoa, hold on. That's not a sport.
It's just as much of a physical sport as driving a race car, surely.
Oh, you think?
I
Yeah.
got him there.
No, you
Thought
haven't.
he'd
You
like that
haven't.
one.
You haven't got me at
No, I
all
haven't,
because
but-
you'd be lucky if you could last 2 laps. Seriously. Once you start pulling 5G in a corner, right, and 5G under braking, and your organs are sloshing about all over the place, and your muscles are screaming and your neck has gone bleh because you can't hold it up anymore, you tell me that's not a sport.
I trained for this my entire
Have you
life.
even tried karting?
Yeah, of course, I love karting.
Yeah, but have you tried going flat out for 10 laps? You are
Yes.
knackered by the end of it, aren't you?
No.
Yes, you. Well, you're not going fast enough then. So you're obviously shit at karting.
Oh, it's sounding like a challenge, right? We're going to Brighton on Saturday, John. They've got an indoor karting track.
Oh, don't tempt me, mate. Does that mean I've got to bring
Multi-level,
my
30
helmet?
mile an hour karts. You up for it?
Do I have to bring my helmet?
No, they provide everything.
Yeah. Oh, I'd beat you.
That would make a great video, though, wouldn't it?
I'd beat you and Vaughn.
Oh,
Well, it depends. It depends.
We got to consider this.
I'd beat you because you're quite heavy, but how? See, the problem with karting is it's all about weight. And if you're no matter, I mean, yeah, I'm really good, but the problem is if you're thin and good, you're going to beat somebody who's fat and good.
Look in the chat. Look in the chat, John.
Yeah. Well, how heavy are you, fatty?
Shalini says she'd win.
Yeah, Shalini
Right.
probably would win. To be fair.
We're all going together.
Well,
At the
Shalini
same-
would
to the
probably win
same time
because
to the same place.
she's
It sounds
tiny.
like a challenge.
She's tiny, so she would win. Would they have a helmet big enough though for her head?
You mean small? No. Nope.
Let's not go there. Let's carry on. Let's pretend that was never said. it'd be like the what's it called? Dick Dastardly and
I'm not going to tell you where or at what time because we're live, John, but just before the show, I spoke to our wonderful Mr. Dark Spy, and he is taking me and you for dinner on Thursday night.
oh, lovely.
Oh,
Cheers, Dark Spy.
Yeah, it's taking us out for dinner, and it's not to the
Assuming-
Carvery because we're going there on Friday.
Yeah. That's assuming my flight goes.
Yes,
Better.
back to what we were actually talking about then.
Yeah.
So
See,
over
did you like the
500
way I did
flights
that?
cancelled today.
Do you like the way I
Yeah.
did that? Yeah. Right. Carry on.
And they've over 500 flights cancelled, and the ones that have still got people sitting in them in other countries as well as this one are looking for a minimum, I think, of a 12-hour delay at this point.
Yeah.
People stuck in the tarmac on the tarmac in countries all over the world cannot fly to the UK or could not today. I mean, some could. There wasn't a total shutdown like people were screaming about on social medias. It's just there was a lot of slowdown, and they were having to do things one at a time.
You know,
It was a bit.
people are moaning about. I mean, they're saying things like trains back to London cost around £800 a person last I checked, and coaches were around £150. Take 22 hours and don't leave until tomorrow afternoon. I've had no communication or email from BA. You know what? When we come back from Florida, this is when we had money, right? But when we come back from Florida and we missed the connection with the train because the plane was late, and it was either wait for 6 hours to get the next train, right? Or we just hired a car and drove. We took a one-way car hire and drove home. So it only
Right,
took
that
us
makes
like
sense.
7 hours, right?
Yeah.
And it cost like 120 quid for 3 people. You know, not
I will say
each.
this.
So that's a lot cheaper than hanging about. You know, why not just go and hire a one-way car hire if it's going to cost you 800 quid for a train?
I mean, I'll tell you why. Because nowadays, a lot of people, and this is kind of anecdotal, but also kind of true, right? A lot of people that say live in the bigger cities, live in London, live in Brighton, live in Manchester, and things like that, are increasingly not bothering to get driver's licenses because they just use the public transport network. They don't have anywhere to park anyway. They don't have anywhere, if they were to get an electric car, they don't have anywhere to charge the bloody thing.
Yeah.
So it's getting to the point where they're thinking, well, what's the point? We don't need it where we live. I mean, my older brother's a prime example of this. He had 2 driving tests, failed them both, and then moved to a city and said, well, I don't need one. So he stopped learning.
If you, to be fair, if you live in a city and you don't go out into the country, you don't need a driving license.
Well, exactly. But then having one is not just about, I mean, this is an example here, Shalini and Vaughan, who are coming down here on Friday.
Yeah.
Vaughan's hiring a car to drive down. He's got a driver's license, but he doesn't own a car because he lives in London.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah, and Shalini never even bothered to get a driver's license. She lives in London.
Because she's a lady. She likes to be taken around and shown the places.
Chauffeured, yes.
Take me there, Vaughan. I think, let's stop at that little spot for lunch. I think I'll have a small libation. You can't, Vaughan, because you're driving. I can just see it now. Yeah.
New libations for you. Oh, and also I've got a plan for, because we're having the meet up. I'm taking them all to Brighton on Saturday to see our wonderful. Well, we've got something to show you,
bar.
or someone to show you, shall we say?
Yeah.
We're going to meet our long-time collaborator and contributor, Ed the Techie.
And we will be taking pictures for the grand reveal.
For the grand reveal, yes, we will. But you will only get the full grand reveal in a week Thursday.
Yeah. So what's it called? Rabbit Hole's going to be delayed a week because of the shenanigans that are going on. So there we go. But yeah, photos of Ed will be provided. Do you want some special ones, Amy? Do you want special ones?
Oh my god. That came off so wrong. I
don't think it did. I think it came off exactly right.
Oh my god. Happy Monday, folks. And it was my birthday yesterday. I'm now older.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'm 1 year closer to death.
Well, you're not really. You're just 1 day closer to death.
Well, I said to my wife, I was like, I'm 1 year closer to death. And she just went, for fuck's sake, you're so morbid. And I was like, yes, I am.
If I said that to my wife, she'd go, yeah, thank fuck.
Yep. Do you know what? I'm thinking my wife was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, she's probably thinking, hurry up and die before the insurance runs out.
I don't have any insurance. She would be absolutely screwed.
Oh, that's sore.
Anywho, John, introduce the show.
Oh, yeah, the show. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to citizens of Veridora and denizens of the interwebs. Welcome to this episode 247 of Chasing Dissent Live with me, John, and with Ben.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
There you go.
There you go. Nice little intro video. Why is Shalini saying fucking TikTok?
Dancing nurses.
Yeah.
It's all right. They'll be coming back, won't they?
Right.
So
will they?
I had an appointment with the nurse this afternoon.
Did you see the nurse?
Yeah, we'd have seen the nurse because she was going to take blood. He was going to take blood.
Was gonna. Right.
Well, I'm assuming. I'm making an assumption there because I'm saying he was going to take blood because his name is Gerard. But I could be wrong. But anyway, so I get my blood checked every year. And they always tell me my cholesterol's high, and I say I don't care. And they say, we suggest you go to statin, and I said no, because one, my cholesterol's not, my plumbing's fine because that's been checked, and the cholesterol would probably be contraindicated for any issues that I may have.
I was told that.
Lack of cholesterol would be contraindicated.
Yeah. I was told that I'd be on a statin for the best part of 3 months whilst I waited to go to a genetic clinic for cholesterol. That was
Yeah.
a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Are you still taking the statin? Why? Why are you doing what you're told? Research it, mate. Just do some research into what statins actually do, because they don't. It's like that. If you think about it, right, and this is not medical advice, but that's the analogy would be that the fire brigade turn up at fires, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So every time there's a fire, the fire brigade turn up. So it's like saying the fire brigade, therefore, are the cause of fires.
Okay.
Because they turn up at every fire, don't they?
They do. No, they don't. But let's continue with your story. Because I'm assuming you didn't see the nurse.
No, what I decided to do was the last time they tricked me with the cholesterol because they didn't tell me to fast and then sprung it on me that they were going to send it for cholesterol as well, which I thought was a bit unfair because a non-fasting cholesterol test is not a cholesterol test. It's just a test of what you ate before you got your blood taken, right? So I decided to reschedule it for after I come back from our jaunt, because I was going to be good, but I haven't been good this weekend, and then I thought I'll just reschedule.
And Saturday night, I'm taking us all to karaoke at the pub. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that now. By the way.
So anyway, I thought I'll go and reschedule it. So I phoned them up this morning and says I need to reschedule it because I'm taking a trip, and she goes, okay, no problem. She goes, the nurse is going on holiday on Thursday, and I goes, I won't be back on Thursday. And she goes, that's fine. Just give us a phone when you're back. The nurse will be back round about the end of September. And I goes, what kind of trip is this? Fucking yeah, nurses are underpaid, but they can take 5 weeks fucking holiday.
Oh, why not, eh? Why not? Maybe going on a little backpacking around Cambodia or something. Who knows?
Fucking hell, yeah.
Well, you could probably go backpacking around Cambodia and survive 5 weeks on about 100 quid, to be fair.
Yeah, but you couldn't get there for 100 quid, mate.
No, that's true.
That's true.
You don't say that very often these days.
Yeah, I know. I like to leave it for
Especially.
impactful times now. Yeah.
Right, so
Time to learn.
Before we move on, let's just get off this. Did anyone look up today? Did anyone go out and look up? Because what I want to know is, was there chemtrails? Was there?
Was there?
You tell me.
Harold says, yeah, it was blue skies, no chemtrails.
No
Hey
chemtrails.
there, Mr. Blue Sky. Sorry, had to do that.
Yeah, they weren't. I mean, they weren't all grounded. There were flights done. They were just done manually. And it was the fact that they couldn't computerize the flight paths apparently, so they had to do them all manually. So they had to reduce the amount they could do because they've been used to computers doing it for God knows how many years. Their brains have all atrophied. And all the new people don't know how to do it anyway because their brains have atrophied as well. Would you put that fucking thing down before I take it off you and shove it up your keister?
Actually, you can't do that, first of all.
I'll do it on Thursday.
I'm going to hide it.
Yeah. I know where you're going to hide it because I'm going to put it there. Right, put it down. Just put it down. You can finish it later. Right. So, what should we talk? Right. What about Swindon Tesco? Is this real or not?
What do you mean is this real? What's
Well,
Swindon
someone
Tesco?
on Twitter said that, Lucy or something said that Swindon Tesco had implemented traffic light system for entry.
Let's have a look.
So I want to know, is it real or not? Because I asked her for pictures and she's not been forthcoming. And I didn't say it. Sorry?
I will say this. All of the Tesco stores in the country had them traffic lights installed, right?
Yeah.
And they never took them away. So all they have to do is switch them on.
Yeah, well,
they're still there.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But So I want to know if it's true or not.
Well, I can see a video here that shows the Tesco's with the traffic lights on and working. I've got it in front of me.
Is it recent though?
Let me just play.
And
so
is
I
it
can
just
see the
it's
audio.
just
Don't wait a
Swindon
second.
apparently?
Hold on. Yeah, it looks new.
Well, you know what, Tesco? You can go and take a flying jump to yourself, because I
mean, it's
ain't
still August.
abiding by it.
Vaughan says it's real. I know Martin. So whoever made the guy that made the video, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but nobody cares. Like Vaughan says, I've
Yeah.
got a big Tesco just around the corner from me, and I'm going there tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll go and check it out.
Yeah, and just
And
walk in.
if they've got them on, I'll just hobble in on my stick on red and laugh as I
Yeah.
go. And I'll film it as well. Oh, I'll film it.
Good.
I'll put it on Chasing Dissent. Traffic lights. Ha 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 ha. Nice short.
Right. So new Chasing Dissent website will be up tomorrow.
Ooh. Dirty.
No, it's not dirty. It's dark.
It's filth.
It's dark.
It's filth.
Right. So just one kiss, and Spain goes into a freaking meltdown.
I might get in trouble for what I want to say about this.
Just one little peck on the lips, and Spain goes into meltdown. Joe Biden does it to his daughter and his teenage or prepubescent granddaughter, but nobody bats an eyelid. But the president of Thingy, in the heat of the moment, I am assuming, gave her a hug and a peck on the lips.
Yeah.
Which apparently she then said in a podcast she did not enjoy. Right? No one's asking you to enjoy it, doll. He wasn't sticking his tongue down your throat and playing tonsil hockey. He was giving you an affectionate peck on the lips because you won the cup for Spain. Just
my question
chill out, doll.
My question is this, because I think the Football Association in Spain are actually going after her. They're going to sue her for this.
No, they're going to sue him.
They're going to sue her.
Well, they're also taking disciplinary action against him.
But my question is this. I'm seeing all over the place that it's sexual assault and it's sexual abuse.
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ.
Listen,
see, this is what's wrong with the world and people in it. They're all nuts.
Well, my question is this. Because I've had worse done to me by women who aren't my wife in the last 2 weeks.
Bloody hell, you are good. You're fucking great. What a conversational narcissist you fucking are. You should be the next president of the United States because you're better than Joe Biden.
No, but my question is this. In order for it to be sexual abuse or sexual assault, does the motive not have to be sexual?
One would assume so, yeah.
And I watched it, okay, and whilst, okay, I can see the argument for I didn't want him kissing me. I can see that argument, right? What I can't see is the argument that it's sexual abuse or sexual assault, because it's clearly not done with a sexual motive. It is just a celebration in the heat of the moment, and that's that.
So, here's a question for her. How many of her teammates gave her a quick snog or a grope after she'd scored the goal?
Who knows?
Exactly.
Are we getting to a point now in society where we should criminalize? And this only ever goes one way, by the way. It only goes towards men.
Yeah.
Right? So should we criminalize men for accidentally touching somebody as they walk past them?
No, we shouldn't. But I think we're getting to the point where we're going to.
Well, I think you're right. And it's really concerning because as a man who is, raising a young man, and you're also raising a young man, we obviously instill these values within our children, not to do things non-consensually to anyone, let alone women or men. But now it's getting to the point where we're going to have to tell them to be afraid just because of their sex.
That picture looks good tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, I adjusted the camera slightly.
It was really good.
What I was going to say was, I find this whole thing very tiresome and really, really annoying because we're doing away with what we are as people. We are social animals, right?
Yes.
And if you look at dogs and cats and things, when they meet each other, they go around sniffing each other's butts and licking each other and all this sort of nonsense, right? Because you need physical contact. And if you're not allowed to do that, people eventually go nuts. And you see it happening all the time. Look at all these incels, you know. Effectively, they're nuts. I mean, look at all these NAFO twats sitting in their basements tweeting away nonsense, thinking they're winning a war when the country that they're trying to defend is in total turmoil, you know?
Yep.
I mean, it's just wrong. It's wrong. And thank God. I mean, I hate it for people growing up now, and I despair for my children because
I do.
I had such a freaking good time growing up.
Do you know what? I like hugs, right?
Yeah.
I like hugging people and I like connection with people, despite the fact that I don't really like people. But at the same time, you're being taught.
I'm sorry. Spencer says, to be fair, huggers make me feel awkward whether they're male or female. Yeah, but that's because they can't get their arms round you, Spencer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
You know I love you, mate. You know I wouldn't josh like this if I didn't think you could take it. You baldy fat bastard.
I apologise on behalf of the views represented by John in the last 2 minutes. Do not represent those of Chasing Dissent. They represent those of John.
Of course they do. When will I ever purport to be anything other than myself? See, this is a problem because you can't actually say. I mean, you think about it. Guys slag each other all the time. Are we used to, right? Growing up,
Yeah.
going out, going to the pub. In fact, we do it all the time. We do it on, like, when we're playing Fortnite and that. And you know, we rip the knitting out of each other all the time, and that's what guys do.
Yeah,
and if you can't do that, you're ripping away the fabric of manhood. You really are.
Let's do that after the show. Come on, let's do that after the show.
Yeah, let's do it. Fortnite tonight. Yeah, let's go.
Yes! After the show, Pappy is back, baby. Pappy is back.
So yeah, it's really. I think it's really difficult. I mean, what do they want us? They want us to be like Gattaca or Demolition Man. And
but still,
and who are they? That's the thing. Who are they? Right? So who are the people that want us to be like that? Well, ultimately, you've got to say it's a result of society being brainwashed by academics and idiots.
Yeah. But the thing that gets me is that if it was her leaning in to peck him, none of this would have happened.
No,
it's the double standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so blatant. It is so hypocritical. Because you can call me a conversational narcissist, but I have had way worse done to me by women.
Yeah, but it's a completely different situation. The thing is, what happened to you was criminal, right? That's different. This was I mean, it's not even a brief encounter. This was a moment of celebration that should have been a joyous event for everyone. And it's not as if he went and stuck his hand up or divot, you know? He didn't do that. Good God. His mother is now on hunger strike. She's locked herself in a church because of the abuse he's getting on social media. Did you know that?
I didn't, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to denigrate him, right? First of all, I see it. I see an argument for saying, he gave me a kiss and I didn't really like it. Right? Absolutely fine to say that.
Yeah,
But I don't
absolutely.
think what's happening, calling it sexual abuse, I think it makes it a mockery of sexual abuse, as Julie said.
It does, but do you not think this all started way back in 2020, right? Because I remember in March 2020 going to a leaving do in a pub, right? And it was round about the time when things were starting to kick off, okay? And they'd already started with their suggestions, okay? And a guy in the pub went like that to me.
Oh, God.
And I just said, fuck off.
Yeah.
Shake my hand or just fuck off.
Yeah.
And he did. He fucked off.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna make my position very clear when we talk about the things like traffic lights and maybe restrictions coming back, right? Let me make my personal position, and this is just my personal position, extremely clear. I'm not doing it. So if you don't want to act normal around me, then don't be around me. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, well, same here, Ben. Same here.
Yeah, I'm not playing their games. I'm not playing these stupid games and winning these stupid prizes of further crippling our economy. Not doing it.
Not doing it.
I won't be a part of it.
Yep.
I won't be a part of the destruction of our economy. Amy says, Ben, where did you find that T-shirt? Well, ask Dreadeye and Julie C in the chat because they got it for me.
Yeah. You know what, Robin? If you want a fist bump, it's only going one place.
I mean, I don't mind a fist bump. What I do mind
No. You better bend over and spread those cheeks if you want to.
I was going to say what I do mind is the fact that we've got nearly 7 times the viewers that we do like. I mind that.
I really don't care.
Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah. So, I see no reason not to shake people's hands because, let's face it, if you're within striking distance of 18 feet, which is what you would normally expect a sneeze or a cough or even just a good exhalation to carry particles. So, 18 feet, people. 18 feet. That's the distance. So, the 6 foot, 2 metre thing is just a LOS. Just made up. Like, you need to drink 2 litres of water a day. It's like you need to drink 2 litres of water a day. It's just made up nonsense. Nobody knows where that come from. It's just, there's a good number. Just drink 2 litres of water a day. You need it. No, you don't. You drink when you're thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
You don't drink when you're not thirsty. And here's a tip. You know what? See, when you go for a walk or a jog or a cycle, you don't need a bottle of water. You're not going to die from dehydration. Right? The Australian Army did a whole thing on this, and they took a whole company of men and they gave one company a water bottle, and the rest they gave as much water as they wanted for the whole day. And there was no difference in performance and no difference in their abilities at the end of it, and no difference in their blood pressure, blood composition, heart rate, ability to do work, anything. No freaking difference at all. And it's the same as stretching after exercise. And the Australians are mad on these, sports things. So, and again, an Australian university decides to do a study on stretching after exercise. And yes, it will save you from injury once every 28 years on average. So you stretch away and think you're doing good when really you're just wasting your time.
So you remember when I went to hospital to have my appendix out? I had the emergency surgery. Yeah. That I required because if my appendix had burst, I would have likely got sepsis and died, right? They tried giving me the you need a coof test or they won't do this surgery spiel.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
And my response was...
Not doing it.
Well, first of all, I said, this is an emergency surgery.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, I'll die. So that's tantamount to murder. Didn't mention it again.
Yeah.
I did have the MRSA test because hospital. Everyone gets MRSA in a hospital.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he's got sunburn, believe it or not, Amy, because he's a vampire, really, and he went out for a day.
Yeah,
That's
look at
all
that.
it is. Right, okay, we've seen it. Right,
it's healing
calm down.
nicely.
I mean, they saw it when you were sitting back. You don't need to shove your fucking ugly noggin in the camera.
Look, it's sunburn, all right?
Yeah.
I am a vampire.
Yeah,
I
calm
go out
down,
in the
calm
sun
down.
and my skin just falls off.
No, he didn't get in a fight just with the sun.
Yeah. Shalini says I exercise, but no ice baths.
Why would you want an ice bath? What are you trying to do? Give yourself a heart attack?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. What else you got for us? What else you got for us tonight?
Oh, wow. What else have I got? Tribal Rangers stop climate protesters at Burning Man.
Is this when they drove through their bloody barricade?
Didn't they just? So you got a real problem going on here, haven't you? Because these are not police as such. These are tribal rangers, which means I think that's a reservation land, and therefore
It is.
Therefore, you can't touch them.
No, yeah. So they were holding their stupid little protest on reservation land, on tribal land, and they didn't harm anybody. They just built a barricade, and so they just turned up with their jeep and drove through their barricade. And do you know what? If they were on my land, I'd have done the same bloody thing.
Yeah, and then they locked them up at gunpoint.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, did you not see them lock them up as well? Handcuffed, bang, in the back. Take them away. Let all the people through.
Done the same thing.
Right, here's the thing, though.
Same thing.
Burning Man's full of happy lefty freaks. I'd love to go to Burning Man.
I would fit right in.
Would love to go.
Fit right in.
Well, I'd love to go to Burning Man. I really want to go there. But it's like, why? Why would you try and stop people going to it? It's full of lefty hippie freaks. It's full of the excuse me. It's full of the people that probably support you. Why do you want to stop them?
Well, I don't really know, because
and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in a desert.
I just don't understand the concept. Inconveniencing those who are probably on your side. All you're going to do is take them away from your side. Are you not?
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't give two hoots. I think they're all massive hypocrites. As we know, let's play devil's advocate here and say carbon is the problem.
Have you been to Burning Man, Robin? Have you? There's Burning Man footage in the is it in the what's it in? The All In intro?
One of the intros, I guess.
Yeah, I quite fancy going.
But
to
anyway,
Burning Man.
Let's play devil's advocate just for a minute.
Right,
We say
okay.
that carbon's the problem. Okay, carbon's the problem.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
saying it is. However, all of these stupid activists want to hold their stupid protests and inconvenience and upset the populations of countries that are not responsible. If you really, really want to do this, you stupid little unwashed hypocrites, then what you need to do is you need to get on a plane. Oh, I know, get on a plane. Ooh, or get in a paddle steamer or something and go over to China, go over to India, do it there and see how long you last.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what's the point? We are sub 1% of global emissions in this country, and yet they're shutting down roads in Leeds. They're shutting down the M25. They're shutting down the bloody Dartford crossing. And for what? And for what?
Nonsense. I mean, it's self-destruction. It really is. Well, what is the point? I mean, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to do that?
I don't know. Shalini says they won't last 5 minutes. They'll get banged up.
Who?
Well, if they went to China or India.
Oh, yeah, they would. That's right. Aye.
Of course they would. I mean,
thought you meant
I know
us
we're
if we
not
went to
supposed
Burning Man.
I know we're not supposed to talk about it because the official Chinese Communist Party line is that it never happened. But remember Tiananmen Square?
Yeah, I do.
Well, the world does, but China likes to say it never happened. So just remember that when climate activists want to go over there, and then all of a sudden, no, it never happened. It never happened.
Excuse me.
What never happened, Mr. Xi Jinping? Oh, there are no climate activists here in China. None. Never happened.
No. Right.
Never happened.
Where was I? So apparently some plasterer has had £11,500 worth of ULEZ fines and challenged them in court and won his case, and that apparently the signage was found to be unlawful.
I would say that if a non-partisan judge was looking at the whole thing, they would find ULEZ to be unlawful.
Well, yeah, but if that guy's got off with his case, that opens the floodgates for everybody to get a refund that's been charged with it.
I would hope so.
So it's going to cost them a fortune. Plus, it's going to cost them a fortune to replace all those cameras that have disappeared. I know not why, right? And you've seen the I mean, I did warn you about the ULEZ arms race, didn't I? Did you see the ones with the armour on them, all surrounded by metal, and yet they were still taking them down? So yeah, it's just I mean, you take along a hedge cutter and cut the wire. You armour the cable, put metal around it. You bring along a grinder, take down the pole. You know, this is what people are doing. That wasn't a suggestion. I'm just saying that's what people are doing. They're just upping the ante. You up the ante, they up the ante, and they appear to be winning. The Met have formed a special unit to track these terrible people down and stop them vandalising property.
They've been out and about. I mean, did you see the video of the Blade Runner cutting the cable? And it's a load of people outside the pub.
Yeah, they're sitting having their dinner or whatever, and he goes along. He did 2 cameras, didn't he?
Yeah, and they're basically saying, that's a hero right there.
Yeah.
The public are on the side of the Blade Runners. They're not on the side of the mayor in all of this.
Yeah.
But the problem is, other cities are looking at this ULEZ nonsense
Glasgow.
and they're implementing it there. Glasgow, Birmingham, I think maybe Liverpool as well. It's not going to work.
Glasgow, you don't get a choice of paying to enter. You know what I mean? If your card doesn't comply, you get a £60 fine.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It doesn't stop us going.
Well, no, because your cars aren't registered in the UK. Because you're technically not residents of the UK. You've got residential status elsewhere.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'd like dual residency. And guess what, people? He managed to get a resident status in an EU country after Brexit.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. Wasn't hard.
Funny that. Almost like it's still completely possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all these stories of people, I mean, it's not difficult.
All of these stories of people making shit up is basically what it is. They say, oh my God, everything's so much harder since Brexit. Is it?
Yeah, so...
Is it?
So, actually, going to the EU and our cover story, so the EU have activated this this restriction on content.
Speech.
Pardon?
Let's call it what it is. It's restrictions on speech.
Yeah, they've activated this restriction on speech, and it has to be pulled down immediately from social media, right? Or the social media company gets a fine. But it seems to be that it goes completely against, I think it's Article 11 of their freedom of their rights charter.
Of course it does.
So what are they doing? They're in some kind of loop here, You can't do this, but you can do this. You can't do this, but you can do this. I mean, that's just mental. You can't do that. You can't do that, Ursula. You plonker.
What they'll do, and what they are doing, is they're defining misinformation and disinformation. And this is a huge part of it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that speech is dangerous. And they will say that because it's dangerous, it does not interfere with their rights because we have a right to take down anything that is dangerous. Now, the actual dangerous thing is allowing some nebulous unelected body to define what speech is dangerous and lawful. That's the dangerous part of all of this, and that's what's happening. It is absolutely dystopian. It is absolutely terrifying. It is Blade Runner in real life, or Demolition Man in real life,
Yes.
happening right now in the European Union. And you are going to find the speech rights of the average European citizen restricted beyond all measure. And they're doing it, of course, under the guise of safety. Now, nobody here...
For the greater good. Yeah. So how does me having a different opinion from Ursula make my speech dangerous?
Well, it doesn't.
Yeah, I know it doesn't.
Not really.
I know it doesn't.
Not really. But unfortunately, Ursula von der Leyen is in the position of power to be able to
And of course, she is a German. And what did Germans like to do? We have ways of making you comply.
You have free thinkers under your floorboards, don't you? I mean, you are harboring them, are you not?
Yeah, the whole thing's absolutely, it's ridiculous. And then
It's terrifying.
Then Musk, of course, Musk makes a tweet today, which I thought, that's shots fired, right? So Musk says the technology or something like that behind, what's it called, Starlink, uses beamforming antennas and all that to make, better connections, and it's much better than the military use. And we're letting Ukrainian armed forces use it for war, basically.
Yeah.
And I said, ooh. So that's no longer then a civilian infrastructure. And what are you going to do when Russia starts shooting it down? I mean, if it was me whose name was Putin, I'd be thinking, let's take some of them out.
Well, I think I see the tweet you're talking about here. It says Starlink antennas use an internally developed electronically steered phased array type beam that is more advanced than the best military technology, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure he's saying he lets the Ukrainians use it.
He did. He said that in another tweet.
It's in response to Starlink supporting the forest firefighting brigade of the Peter Sinai indigenous people in the Amazon.
No, there was another tweet. There was one which he said that Ukraine was using it to good effect. Unless he's deleted it. But it's like, why would you even go there? Because, I mean, this is what we were talking about the other night. So if he's allowing Ukraine to use that for military purposes, and it was only ever supposed to be for defensive purposes, not for offensive. Now, if Ukraine's on the offensive, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
So if they're on the offensive, they shouldn't be using Starlink. If they're using Starlink for offensive, that makes it military infrastructure. Therefore, it's a viable target.
If that is the case, then yes, I would agree. I've just rolled through his replies, and I'm not seeing it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. You could be.
But yeah, Harold says, of course he would say it's better than the military. Well, it probably is. Right? It probably is.
Yeah, right.
To be fair.
So, but this is. I mean, what is Musk, right? It's like someone said today, name something Elon Musk has invented, and I can't. Because he hasn't invented anything. Has he?
I'm not sure.
What did he invent?
Well,
did he invent PayPal? Did he do it?
I know he physically engineered the first Tesla car.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
He wasn't the owner of the company, but he was the engineer.
No, he wasn't. The car was built before he was even involved. Oh, the prototype was.
All I can say is
Musk tells a lot of lies, right? Musk likes to be in the... Musk is another one who likes to be the center of attention. He's another Prigozhin. So what? No, don't bother trying to look it up, right?
Yeah.
Because you won't get the information that you're looking for on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Right, okay. So the question is, what has Musk actually invented? And I'm still struggling. I don't know what did he invent PayPal? I'm not sure, because there were a number of other people.
Well, what he does is he have you seen the Spider-Man? Hold on.
Right. Okay.
The second of the newer Spider-Man film with Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mysterio as the villain.
No,
Right.
I don't like Spider-Man.
Well, he becomes a villain because you see a flashback to Captain America Civil War where Tony Stark is presenting his new technology with his binaural glasses.
Right.
And
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal is standing at the side as the actual inventor, pissed off
Yeah. Yeah.
that he's taking advantage and taking responsibility for that.
Yeah.
So is Elon Musk Tony Stark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he takes other people's kit and purports it as his own. I will steal your life's work and I will purport it as my own. People do this all the time, don't you think? I mean, I've worked in IT since what, 2000, right? And see the amount of people in IT that try and steal your thunder. It's unbelievable, because most of them are complete lazy bastards that can't think outside the box at all. And all they can do is go by the script, you know? Oh, let's do this, let's do that. Oh, if this happens, then we do this. You know, most of them are nothing more than automatons, right? Most of them don't have an original thought in their head. And
but
see
they
if you
do
come
have
up,
lots of money.
What?
But they do have lots of money.
Yeah, IT, you get paid a lot in IT. Yeah.
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 But, you know, but most of them aren't worth it. To be fair, most of them are not worth it. Most of them are retarded.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of IT guys in my time, and let's just say I wouldn't want to.
Vaughn didn't sort anything today. I worked out myself, didn't I, John? Hey, yeah, you did, John. You did. You talked to yourself and you worked it out. You just used Vaughn as a sounding board.
Did you bump some ideas off of Vaughn today, did you, John?
No, I asked him something about networking, which was stupid because Vaughn's not a network engineer. But I managed to work it out by I mean, it was useful as like a something to bounce off of, like a wall, you know, that kind of thing.
You're going to meet your wall on Friday?
Yeah. I'm not worried. Yeah. Yeah, Elon Musk to me. He did.
Anyway, yeah, the EU censorship bill, which is where we started this conversation, is just ridiculous.
Yeah, we've moved on, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, the whole thing's ridiculous. But Musk, and going back to Musk, because he has an annoyance, he's kowtowed to it. Yeah, so much for freedom of speech on Twitter.
But how can you have freedom of speech on a platform when those sorts of rules are being implemented? You can't. Those sorts of laws are the antithesis of free speech. There is no single source of truth. And if anybody purports to be that, you should be very worried about them.
You know what?
You should be worried.
You're right, Ben. You're 100% right. And you know what? We don't need these laws. We do not need them. These are laws we don't need.
I think people have got a right to believe whatever the hell they want to believe.
Yeah.
Right? As long as they're not going to go out and cause people harm based upon those beliefs, I think they've got a right to believe whatever the hell they want to believe. And if they believe things that I think are batshit crazy, I have the right to then turn around and go, well, you know what? You're batshit crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like last night I couldn't sleep and I ended up listening to Don Hoffman for ages, right? So he's the guy that thinks everything's a simulation, basically, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a point. It could be, you know, it's a bit mind-bending, but, you know, it kind of puts everything in perspective.
Well, I can't tell you whether or not we're living in a simulation right now. We could be. Like you say, we could be. We just don't know. And the thing is, I'll tell you who else doesn't know. Ursula von der Leyen and the European Commission. They don't know. They don't know what the truth is on anything.
No, they don't.
They're not the single source of truth. And the fact that they are purporting to be that's the danger, people.
Mm-hmm.
Not an opinion that they don't like on Twitter. Them telling you that you can't hear that opinion, that's the danger. That is assuming control of your thoughts, of your expression, of your wants, of your desires. Don't let people do that to you. It's as simple as that.
So in California, right, where it's now the police aren't going to bother attending if whatever you stole was less than $950.
It's only £200 in London.
Yeah, it's $950 in California. A clever store owner, right? And it looked like a convenience store, nothing fancy, right? But a rather pale guy, so maybe got some smarts. Right? Has priced everything at $951. And if you look around, you can find coupons that will give you substantial discounts for certain items, right? But everything's priced at $951, right? Therefore, if you steal anything and never applied a coupon, you stole $950 worth of product and therefore can be prosecuted in California.
Good man. I mean,
That's
you wouldn't even
class.
need to actually hide coupons around the shop or put coupons around the shop. You could just have them at the desk.
No, he has them at the front of the store. They're not hidden.
Yeah.
I was just giving it some dramatic effect. Thanks for stealing my thunder, Elon. So that was pretty cool. So let's nip across the pond to Scotland, which used to be part of Africa, which used to be part of America, remember?
Right.
No, it was, genuinely. Scotland was part of America. England was part of Europe. Scotland and England are not the same island. See this? I know that sounds mental, but it's true. See the the mountains in Scotland. They're exactly the same granite as the mountains that form the Appalachian Trail, right? So we used to be stuck on the top of America. And what happened? I'm not drunk. I'm not that drunk. But this is true.
Sure.
You dig into the geology. This is mainstream. This is mainstream geology, right?
Right.
This isn't fanciful flat Earth shit. This is mainstream geology. This is plate tectonics. This is movement, right?
Right.
What happened was Scotland got dragged across and ended up part of the UK. We're supposed to be part of America. That's why we should, in fact, I maybe ask for reparations and ask for an American passport.
Okay.
Why not?
Yep. Anyway, what's going on in Scotland?
No, they don't, Adams. Fuck off. Right, the SNP have the SNP have more problems with the ferry than Glen Sannox. This is the first one, right? The one that's nearly finished. Well, apparently it's not nearly finished because they've inspected it and found that. And this is always going to be a problem when you have dwarfs running your country, right? Because remember, this was basically done under Nicola Sturgeon. So the doors are too small. And there's not enough stairs.
So did they build the doors to the dimensions to accommodate Nicola?
Probably. Well, they certainly don't accommodate normal people because they're too small.
Hey, Nippy, we built you some special doors.
Now, it'd be interesting to find out how many doors are too small, because if it's all the cabin doors and things like that, you're going to be absolutely screwed. This thing's going to cost billions to rectify.
It already has cost billions.
I know. Billions over budget. This thing probably costs more than the USS Gerald R. Ford.
Right, listen. At this
The world's
point,
biggest
SMP,
aircraft carrier, which is in
SMP,
Turkey, by the way.
I'm going to give you some sage advice here, okay? Because this is going to save you money in the long run. What I want you to do is buy several £100 of dynamite. Okay?
No, stop. Right, you can't do this kind of thing on YouTube.
No, I know, but
For the YouTube gods and censors, this is a joke.
it's a joke. But it would be cheaper.
And yeah, it would be cheaper to cut your losses and sink the thing where it sits
and
right
start
now.
again.
Yeah.
And by start again, I mean hire a reputable company to build them and deliver them.
Yeah. Well, there's two getting built in Turkey, and apparently they're way ahead of schedule.
Well, of course they are, because they're probably done by a reputable ship-making company, for God's sake.
So anyway, yeah, the USS Gerald R. Ford is in Turkey just now. That'll be the Yanks stirring up problems. I think that's the US Fifth Fleet, is it? Is it Gerald Ford in the Fifth
I have
Fleet?
no idea.
I think it might be. Yeah, so there you go. Doors too small, not enough stairs. Italy. Let's go to Italy. Maloney.
The land of pizza and pasta and the macaroni and meatballs.
And the little Maloney. She has decided that they are banning lab-grown meat. Lab-grown meat will be illegal in Italy because she wants to protect the cured meat and culinary distinction of Italy as a country, and therefore they will not take lab-grown meat. And I think that's a good point. Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I think that's fantastic, because you don't know what's in that shit. Now,
it's news to fucking you, Harold. Just take it.
now just bear with me a minute.
Yeah.
Because the more and more you look at your foodstuff on the supermarket shelf or in the supermarket freezer, the more and more ingredients you are finding in these things. Like when you go and get battered cod, it's not just cod and batter. It is cod, batter, and 600 other ingredients, and there's no need for it. There's no need for it whatsoever.
I know, because if you go to the fish and chip shop, you'll find that the guy makes the batter with what? Water, flour, maybe a bit. I don't know. Do they put beer in it? It's always good
maybe
if you
egg.
put a bit. What? But do they put egg in batter?
I put egg in batter.
Well, whatever. Yeah, you know, maybe three, a bit of salt. Yeah, a bit of salt in the batter. Three ingredients, something like that.
Well, exactly. Just all I can suggest and say is this food isn't good for you. It's not good for you. There's so many ingredients in all of this, and they're all lab-grown preservatives and phosphor or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, they're full of rubbish, mate. They really are. It's like your average can of Coke. How many ingredients are in that?
I don't know.
A good answer. Well done. Are you going on the Coke this weekend?
When we go out, yeah.
What about Coca-Cola? Are you going on that as well?
Well, maybe of the cherry variety. I don't want to end up with too itchy a nose.
Right, okay. Right, where are we? Brazil. So, Brazil has passed an act.
Yep.
And what are you doing? What are you doing, Ben? Come on, Ben. People, inquiring minds want to know.
I pulled a can out the bin.
Oh, right.
Right. It's got 6 ingredients in there.
6?
Yeah. That's a can of cherry Coke.
Right, what's in it? What's the number one? Water?
Yeah, carbonated water.
Right, okay. Number 2? Sugar.
Sugar.
People, ingredients must be listed in the order that they are in the product. Therefore, one would expect water to be number 1, but sugar number 2?
My apologies. No, there's 5 ingredients in here.
Right, okay.
Number 3 is color, so caramel E150D.
Yeah.
Then they've got phosphoric acid
Uh-huh.
and caffeine flavoring. That's it.
What about the secret ingredient?
There's nothing else.
What is the secret ingredient then?
There's nothing in here to allude to a secret ingredient.
Must be the two things: caffeine flavoring and color.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, the color's specified as the E number, so it's got to be the caffeine flavoring that's the secret ingredient.
What I will say is this: I'm actually quite impressed that there's only 5 ingredients in it.
Yeah, but sugar's number 2. That's a problem.
And like Robin says, no cherries though.
No, no cherries. Perry's the thought that there might be some actual product of the world, of nature in there. Good God. Right, where were we? Oh, Brazil. So Brazil has passed an act.
Right.
And homophobia is now punishable by imprisonment.
Who define homophobia?
See, this is the problem, isn't it? Because this is why you shouldn't make stupid laws. Because how do you start? I mean, and the thing is, if you start defining these things and then start applying it indiscriminately, you end up putting people in jail that said something stupid at the dinner table. Oh, hello, Hamza. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Don't lock me up.
It's not that. Do they then start defining homophobia? Well, do they start defining jokes as homophobia?
Well, the thing is, possibly, right? But the thing that gets me is, what if you are homophobic? Now,
I know where you're coming from.
You know what I mean? What if someone is genuinely homophobic, right? So what do you do then?
Because, once again, despite the fact that we may and probably do disagree with that person's views, surely they should have, as long as they're not going out and physically harming anybody, surely they should have the right to hold that view, no matter how wrong or hateful it is.
Yeah. And where do you start drawing the line? What happens to people that are arachnophobic and it becomes illegal to kill a spider? Yeah, exactly. So what happens then? So it becomes illegal to kill a spider. So, and you're arachnophobic and you turn into a blubbering mess whenever there's a spider around, but you're not allowed to kill them. So you have to live a life of misery because you're not allowed to kill spiders. Now, I know I'm going down an extreme path here.
You are, yeah.
But that's where we end up. We end up in extreme paths because this is what happened in 1930s Germany.
People don't seem to understand what happened.
They don't.
All I will say is those who are completely ignorant of history are doomed to repeat it. Of course they are. What we need on this planet is freedom. Is the freedom to be able to express oneself as one sees fit without fear of persecution.
Yeah.
And if you can't have an honest debate with somebody and you can't hear what their views are because they're terrified to express those views aren't going away. They're still feeling those things, and you have no way to rebut it, or you don't know what they're really thinking or feeling, and therefore you won't be able to give them the evidence that maybe they're wrong.
Yep. No.
You're making things worse, and then what you'll do is you'll create resentment. You'll create an extremist wing or an extreme underground faction, and then they'll start doing bad things. And that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't suppressed their views. And I'm not saying I agree with their views. I'm saying that sunlight is the best disinfectant. And I want to hear what people with really bad takes, bad views, and even hateful ones have to say, so that A, I can choose not to associate with them, because B, how do I know then that somebody I say we hire isn't like a massive homophobic, racist, all that? How do I know that? I'd like to know what people really think and feel, and whether I choose to associate with them or maybe down the line employ them. And B, how do we counter and stop their views from becoming extreme? We can't.
Well, it's like you say, you drive people underground. That's what happens.
You do.
You drive people
It doesn't
underground,
stop.
and then they end up making. I mean, I'm not trying to be over dramatic, but they end up plotting against things, and they end up becoming Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the suppression and censorship of people's what they believe to be genuine grievances that create extremists.
Or like, who's the guy? Was it Timothy
McVeigh?
McVeigh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
right. Anyway, right. Let's move on. So apparently there is a new CV variant out. Says the CDC, right? That is more likely to infect people who have had the vax.
Okay.
Which kind of contradicts the narrative. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Because I thought it was safe and effective. But anyway, right? The thing is, this brings me back to this continuing effect on Twitter that is boggling my mind, where the ONS published statistics and said, oh, by the way, they're not publishing it anymore. That's it, right?
Okay. That's a good thing, though, right?
It probably is. But they published statistics naming, or not naming, but listing the amount of people who had died, or I'll rephrase that, listing the percentage of people who died from other causes while treated, and those that died from other causes while untreated.
Yeah, from all causes.
Yeah, from all cause mortality, right?
Yes.
And this is the thing that I've given up now, because people are so freaking stupid they can't understand that the data that the ONS has released means nothing. Because there's nothing.
We don't have the baseline figures.
You can't compare it if you don't know how much percentage of the adult population was vaxxed. You need to know that.
We don't know that.
You need to know that before those figures make any sense. Because, and I'm not saying that 95% of the population were vaxxed, but if they were, then that's exactly what you'd expect, right? So you need to know how many were vaxxed. And you can't, the problem is, you can't say, oh, it was 20% or it was 30% or whatever, who were or weren't, right? Because it doesn't matter how many people tell you on Twitter, it's a sample size of this when you're talking about a population. So you need to know the actual figures.
Yeah.
And until you know those figures, you can't actually make a determination. But everybody's gone and jumped to a determination, right? Saying, we knew this was a problem, but you can't, there's nothing to back that up. This is the problem. When you're going to do science, you've got to do it right. And if you're going to do science, you got to make sure that you're right, because you're going to look like a real dick if somebody turns around and goes, well, actually, your working's completely wrong, mate, because you've jumped halfway into a conversation when you've only got half the data.
Well, I just want to address the chat a minute, because Mr. J. Griffin says Norman Fenton puts it at 80%, but Norman Fenton doesn't know either.
No, he doesn't.
Guessing.
That's the problem.
He's just guessing, and that is the problem. We don't know the baseline. And if we don't know the baseline, we can't accurately interpret the data. Nobody can.
No, and
unfortunately,
data protection is not the problem, Andrew, because you can have the data, you can have the number without identifying people. That's not a problem. I mean, that's what they've done here. That's what they've done with the first half of the data. They've given you a percentage of the population that's died from all-cause mortality while being treated and while not.
He may be a world expert, but the ONS have not given out the figure. So he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the figure. So until we get that figure, nobody, and I mean nobody, can accurately interpret that data.
Yeah.
And you know what? It could be spot on. It could be. We just don't know.
I have no doubt. See, the problem is I'm arguing from a position where I think it does say, it is significant, but I can't prove it. Therefore, I can't say it, right?
Once again, because
I say I can't prove it, people think I'm against it. I'm not. I just can't say it unless I've got the data to prove it.
Well,
Speaking
a BBC
of data,
survey came in at 80.
Sorry.
Okay, but once again, a BBC survey is not representative of the actual figures. It's people that answered the survey.
Right. So these surveys they're observational or verbal, right? They mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing because people will tell you one thing. Who did you vote for at the poll? Oh, I voted SNP. Did I fuck? You know? I mean, people will tell you one thing and do the opposite. But so that's why these kind of studies are always derided in journals and medical, in papers and things like that. Because these studies aren't worth the paper they're written on. You need, randomized controlled trials, and you need proper, actual data of what happened.
Yeah, and like I said, also, with something like a BBC survey or something like that, you may get 1,000, 2,000 respondents. And then what they'll do is they'll take those 1,000, 2,000 respondents and then extrapolate the results from that up to the entire... And it's just there's no science behind doing that.
No.
There can't be.
There isn't. The book. It was on Bill Gates' bookshelf, wasn't it? Or it was on the table.
Lie with statistics, baby.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's nothing like statistics. Lies, damned lies, and then there's statistics.
Well, this is it. And I'm not comfortable, especially... Because when we speak facts on here, I know we like to have a laugh, we like to have fun, and we like to go off on rants and stuff. But when we're talking about facts on here, we like to know that what we are saying, to the best of our ability, is factually accurate. And if we don't even have that figure, how can we say that's factually accurate? We can't.
We just can't.
And I would be doing a disservice to you guys if I turned around to you and said, oh my God, did you see that 95.5% thing? Because I don't know what it means. How can we know what it means unless we've got those figures? And, as I was saying, Norman Fenton doesn't have those figures. A BBC survey doesn't have those figures. I'm telling you facts right now, Harold, by saying this stuff.
Yeah. The problem is, right? You then get something today or yesterday that came out saying that 1,100 climate scientists have come together and said climate change is not happening, right?
Right.
And of course, I can only say what the science says, right? And the science says it doesn't freaking matter how many people say it happens or doesn't happen, because science is not a consensus sport. No. It deals in facts. And if you are right, you are right. And it doesn't matter how many people say you're right or not. And if you're wrong, regardless of how many people say you're wrong or not. Right?
Yeah.
That's what science is. That's the problem. And nobody in the media does science. They do consensus.
Well, I completely agree with you, because you cannot base policy around models, because models are fairy tales. They're fairy tales.
Yeah. And of course, I say that. As soon as I say that, now people think I'm on this, I support climate change. I don't support anything. I'm just trying to get to the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter, and the data that I'm seeing is, yes, there is mild warming, but it's not anthropogenic. That's what I'm seeing. It's probably that big thing in the sky that makes all the heat in the first place. But anyway, sorry. Rant over.
Well, he's right though. Science is not a consensus sport, and every model that I have seen, as it relates to the thing of the last 3.5 years, has been wrong. Every last one of them.
Yes, you're right. And actually, I want to go back to that briefly, because I had a dig into Euromomo today,
Okay.
and certain countries are starting to show a big uptake in excess. Like
Here we go again.
Germany, Spain, Israel, right? All countries that had a really big uptake on the VAX.
In certain things.
Yeah. So interesting there. I'd like to see what's happening in that point.
And once again, correlation is not causation, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
of course not. Of course not.
Correlation
it's
is not
certainly,
causation.
Certainly worth investigation.
I agree. It's certainly worth investigation. And hopefully we get some data, some raw data, because that's all I'm interested in, is raw data. I'm not interested in a fucking model.
See, that's the problem. You can't get the data until the ONS release it. And it's like, other than writing...
Maybe we should start a campaign.
Other than writing an FOI to every council in the country to find out what their stats are. And the thing is, even if you do that, you might find that a lot of them don't record the difference. You know? So here's another one I got into trouble for. Well, I didn't get into trouble, but caused consternation amongst people today. Ukraine's... Wait, what have you got before I start this?
You go.
All right, so Ukraine lost its one of its top pilots at the weekend. I'm not laughing about this. Ukraine lost one of their top pilots at the weekend. Juice, call sign Juice, right? Why do people get stupid call signs, by the way? Anyway, he had a training accident and flew his plane into another training aircraft, and 3 pilots died as a result of it. And obviously multiple planes were lost. So the question was, why, and someone had posted this, and I think quite rightly so, why are people sending F-16s to these people when they can't even fly training aircraft, right? Because this guy was apparently a seasoned and excellent combat proven veteran, right? But crashed and burned in the training. So this guy had said this, and of course people start jumping on him. Yeah. So people start jumping on his statement that why are we sending F-16s when they can't even fly their training aircraft without running into each other, and people are getting into him, and I said, well, hold on. His statement's basically right,
Yeah.
The guy was in training and flew his aircraft into another plane, and they all died, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, then they start jumping on me, going, "You're nothing but sucking the teat of Russian propaganda and all that." And I'm like, "Oh, hold on a minute. It was the armed forces of Ukraine that told us that he died in a training accident. This has got nothing to do with Russia."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
right,
like...
I'm going to ask...
Go on.
I'm going to ask the chat for a favour. Can somebody take a screenshot of this, please?
Bye, Shalini. Bring it in more. And chasing Dissent doesn't finish with an F. It's a G. Chasing is...
That's a G.
Chasing.
Here we go. Arsehole.
What? It doesn't... That's better. Bring it more in.
Somebody,
bring it more in. More in towards your
take
face.
A screenshot.
Towards your face. No, not that way. Bring it in towards a mic. No, right. That's right. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's better.
Take a screenshot. Send it to me.
Oh,
3.
hold on. Right,
2.
got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, hold on. I've lost my mouse.
Oh, dear.
Right. I've got it, I think.
Right. Time to start a campaign. starting it tomorrow. I'm going to need people's help. Get it shared. We will. You've sent me it. Thank you very much, John. And if anybody else has got any, send them my way on Twitter as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, we need to know. We really do need to know, because nobody, no news agency, nobody can report accurately if they don't have the facts.
Yeah.
And we need them. We need them. Right, John, can we move off towards the funnies?
Yeah. I thought the test pilot wasn't the funniest. Anyway, right. So, well, 3 US Marines died in Australia in an Osprey crash. See those Osprey things? They're just a nightmare. They just should stop using them. They crash all the time.
Right.
You know? Do you know what I mean? The big thing with twin rotating blades that can tilt rotor. It's not really. They called it a helicopter, but it's not a helicopter. It's a tilt rotor. Anyway,
right.
I don't like them at all. They crash all the time. So yeah, 3 US Marines dead in Australia. Right. Okay. So
how was that funny?
How about what?
Nothing. Go on.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the next thing. Right.
Right.
So in the Daily Mail,
Mm.
you know this guy Chris Packham that does this countrywide thing or something.
I know who he is. Yeah.
Right. So Chris Packham's sniff of a goshawk chick on BBC's The One Show is at centre of police probe, right? Police probe over claims that it was disturbance of a protected species.
You bloody what?
Yeah.
You bloody what?
And I've got someone has retweeted this saying, dirty goshawk sniffing wrong on. I always suspected it. Put that down. Put it down. Put it down. So
I just can't. I
I don't know. I mean, how does this really work? Here's the next one from the annals of the MSN, right? Mm-hmm. Politics. Newsweek. Actress Kirsten Weldon, and
right.
I need to note here that Kirsten is spelled Kirsten, right?
Okay.
So actress Kirsten Weldon says Hillary Clinton died 8 months ago from a cannibalism-related disease. She died of kuru.
Is Kirsten okay?
I don't think so.
Well,
Newsweek's meant to be a reputable organisation, is it not?
Are you sure about that? What?
It's just mental. That's about all the funnies I've got at the moment. Oh no! Right, here's the one guy, Maria. Right, it's a meme, and I've seen this before. Maria, let me in! It's pouring out here. What did I do wrong? You're a disgusting cheater. You cheated, and he goes, I dreamed it, and she goes, you cheated with my sister, and his dreams. And she's flung him out. Now, people might think that's a bit extreme, but I actually had this almost, it wasn't her sister, right? But almost exactly the same thing with my wife. She had a dream in which she had a dream in which I'd been naughty with someone else, right? She had this dream, not me. It wasn't my dream, right? It was her dream. But in her dream, yeah, her dream, I'd been naughty with someone else in her dream, and she didn't speak to me for the whole day. I'm like, it wasn't even my fucking dream.
bet secretly you were like, yes.
Women are strange.
Apparently that happened to Robin too.
Yeah, there you go. See, women are strange.
They're strange creatures. We don't know how they work. They don't know how we work. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
Spencer says you should be in credit. Robin says, but his was with a bloke.
Oh my god.
Oh! Oh!
Ouch. Does she think you're secretly gay, Robin? My goodness. That's
I
shocking.
mean, I make absolutely no judgment.
I'm not making any judgment. I'm just asking.
No.
Especially since we could soon become like Brazil and end up in jail if we decided we were homophobic.
Robin says she broke up with me.
Who?
That's what
Oh,
he
then
said.
she broke
said
up with you? Bloody hell. Oh, that. I think the problem's her side, mate, not yours. Oh, so there you go. So someone posted a meme today with a picture of Joe Biden hugging Barack Obama, right? Or Barry Sotera, or whatever you want to call him. And they said, I prefer my presidents that haven't had to post bail, right?
Right.
Sanctimonious git that you are, you little Democrat. And I replied, great president. Lied to the people, committed war crimes, and drowned the odd wedding or two. They haven't come back to me. Although some people have liked it. Oh, did you see the boy that was getting attacked by the group of dogs in Ukraine, I think it was? And he escaped them. There was stray dogs, a gang of stray dogs started attacking this young boy. And he ran into the sea to escape them, right? Which is pretty good, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good call.
Yeah. And of course, I haven't had any reply to this one apart from one like. And I said, Russian dogs? Question mark. They don't like it when you start doing things like this.
Well,
although I've not been put on a list for over a week. What's going wrong?
I don't know. Maybe people have just got bloody sick of you.
I haven't been put on a list for over a week. So, maybe I'm just still getting shadow banned to the extreme.
So if you get jailed for arachnophobia, I just squished one.
You've done another one, then. There you go. Right. Well, I'm pretty much done. Is there anything you want to bring up, mate?
No, I did this.
Fuck off. You're a knob. You're such a knob.
I can multitask.
No, you can't. The problem is
you
you
didn't
can't. You think you can multitask.
You didn't know I was doing it.
Yeah,
while I was
I did. I was just laughing at myself because I was reading this stuff. But you think you can multitask, but you don't understand how fucking distracted you look when you're doing it. I'll play it back to you.
The whole time.
I'll clip it and play it back to you.
At the thing. Yeah, do it because I wasn't even looking at the thing.
Yeah. You weren't looking at it, you plonker. Right. Anyway, is there anything else you want to bring up?
No, I've really enjoyed this.
Good.
It's been a heavier one. I mean, we could talk about Jacksonville, but that's kind of still a developing story,
right.
I guess.
So there's a kind of few thing Jacksonville. Oh, the shooting.
The Dollar General.
Yeah.
That was it's like I say, it's a developing story at the moment.
We'll see what happens. Drop frames 0.
Ooh.
CPU at 4.7%. Bit rate round about 6,000. Constant. Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are we doing a show on Wednesday night? Are you going to dare it?
Yeah, we'll do a show on Wednesday night. Yeah.
So we're going to do a show on Wednesday night. Then John's got to be up nice and early on Thursday.
Don't need to be up that early. It's a 9:10 flight.
He's leaving.
So I don't
plane.
really need to be there an hour before. If you're already checked in, you just got to get through security.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Have you done your check-in?
I'll do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I'm leaving it late in case there's any good seats left, because I'm not paying for seating. What?
No, I don't. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you have enjoyed this show, please do not forget to leave a like. We really would appreciate it. Share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you want to support us further and you want to see the face of our elusive contributor, Mr. Eduardo Latecchi, then please consider becoming a citizen of Veradora by either going to patreon.com/chasing Dissent, Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/chasing Dissent, or getting asylum seeker status at YouTube itself by clicking the join button right here on the channel. If you go above the bottom level on there, you are no longer an asylum seeker, you are a citizen. So it's entirely up to you. Veradora forever, says Robin Wolstenholme.
Yes, he did. And I tried to send a message and searched the emoticons again. That's really annoying.
There will be content on this channel over the few days that we're away. I'm not sure what form that content will take. There will probably be some content for the other channel as well, so make sure you're subscribed over there. It should be a good laugh anyway. It really, really should. Thank you very much. Anyhow, I've really enjoyed it. I always enjoy this. John, over to you to do your thing whilst I lean back and relax.
Thank you, Ben. I've enjoyed it also, and I hope you have too, because, as always, it's been great. For you.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want